Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of the Movie Club UK. I'm your host Mudia, and I'm here again with my co-host Ash and Fahiz. How you guys doing, my beautiful people?
I'm doing all right, not too bad. Ready to talk about Super Mario. How you doing, Ash?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I have nothing else to say.
Nothing else to say. Today we're reviewing the Super Mario Brothers movie. It's a long story why that film got chosen, but yeah, we'll get into that later into the podcast. You can follow us on the Movie Club on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Also like, comment, and share on the video. We appreciate the support so far, but we're trying to get to 100 subscribers, so please like, comment, share with everyone. So yeah, Ash, it's time for, what did we call it? Ashbreakers.
Ashbreakers.
I did not sign off on that name.
I'm rating it, so I'm
So
with
you know
it.
we made up that name like 5 minutes before we started recording.
Yeah.
Exactly, and I'm with it. What do you have for us?
So Super Mario, I think, can we all say that we played it as a kid?
Yeah,
On
Mario Kart.
Mario Kart on
mainly Mario Kart.
The Wii, on
Wii.
the Nintendo.
When it came out with Sonic,
Yeah.
Mario Olympics and that, and Sonic was in it.
Oh,
and
that was hard. That
was
game was
cold.
cold.
So yeah, we know about Mario.
Okay, lovely. So as it's like a childhood thing for us, I wanted us to kind of go back into our childhood. So I'm gonna ask you a couple of this or that questions,
Okay.
and you just tell me what a young Fahiz and a young Mudia would have picked.
Okay.
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 The
Let's see how this
first
goes.
one is Nintendo DS or PSP.
Do we answer together or do you
Oh, either one.
PSP.
PSP?
All day.
Okay, I was a Nintendo DS child.
Of course, I feel like most girls are. They
Yeah,
talk
yeah.
about
I feel
playing
like-
the game with their little dog. What's that dog?
Nintendogs.
Pet? Is it Nintendo Pet?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Nintendo
that
dogs, yeah,
game.
Nintendo
Yeah.
dogs, yeah.
PSP, so like every man had that.
Every man
Everyone
had
had
to
that.
have it. Like I remember there was even one time in primary school that I know the head teacher said we could bring like consoles and that in. I brought
had one of
mine
those days.
in, and I was getting chased by like one of my friends and that. My sister's screaming in the playground, "Mario, your PSP! Your PSP! Don't let it drop your PSP!" Head teacher came in and said, "Who authorized you to bring that PSP into school?" And it got confiscated. So yeah,
Just like that.
yeah.
Teachers
So
are bad, you know.
so yeah, Meda, I'm blaming you for that one. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was Nintendo DS.
Mm-hmm.
I like to play Mario Kart on it, Nintendogs. Did you guys ever have Tamagotchis?
Tamagotchis, I
Did you
had.
ever had those?
No, I didn't, you know.
I had. That was lit.
I never had that.
Tamagotchis was lit. That's the one with it's kind of like circle.
Yeah.
They had the pet, the 3 buttons,
Yeah.
and you could feed them, look after
That
them.
was cold.
Yeah,
I've seen
had
it, but
those.
yeah, that was cold.
Okay, cool. Moving on from that, and because you guys both said PSP, then I want to ask, not present Mudra for his
Old.
child,
Mhm.
did you play Pro Evolution? So I forgot what it's called.
Yeah,
Or
Pro
FIFA?
Evolution. I knew this question was coming. You know when you, I don't even know. I just looked into your eyes and I saw Pro Evolution Soccer
That's a
in your
question
eyes.
from my brother as well. He gave me that one.
Fizz, you start.
You know what? I played pro when I was younger. Up until like, was it 2005? The one with, was it 2005 or 2006? The one with like
John Terry and
Thierry
Thierry
Henry.
on the front cover.
And there was one with
That's 6.
the ref Adriano was on it as well. Like that.
That
bro was
that
elite.
one,
That-
Adriano and the ref.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think
no.
that was the one. I think that was the one he was on.
The
But
ref
there
was
one-
on number 4 with Totti and Henri, the bold ref with the green eyes.
What was the one with Adriano on it? There was one game. I don't know if he was on a cover, but there was one game where he was just an absolute bad man.
Yeah.
People know what I'm talking about. He was a bad man. But then after that, I was a FIFA guy all day. I would say from like FIFA 07,
Yeah.
I started playing it.
I think I'm the same. I think I was Pro Evolution 4 was the first. Actually, no. I think I was both at the same time. So my first ever football game was FIFA 03. And then that was followed up by Pro Evolution 4. And then that was followed up by Pro Evolution 5, 6. And then from 7, when Rooney and Ronaldinho was on the cover,
Oh yeah,
FIFA all the way.
yeah. FIFA.
All the way.
Okay, everything you've said just means nothing to me, but I'm glad we've established those. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. We can move on to like TV. So I'll set the scene. It's 3 p.m. It's Friday, 3:30
Yeah.
p.m. Friday. You're ready to go home. You run home. You sit on the sofa. what are you putting on? What channel are you putting on? Disney Channel, Nickelodeon, and I've added in Cartoon Network.
I feel like you should have added
CBBC.
CBBC.
Nah,
Yeah,
man.
had to.
You have Cartoon Network, bro.
Cartoon Network.
Cartoon
Or Nickelodeon. I would say Nickelodeon only because man loved SpongeBob SquarePants and Fairy Odd Parents.
How old are we talking about here?
Drake and Josh as well. Like
Jake and Josh, that was lit.
Okay, just which one do you prefer? Which one do you have more memories?
More
of?
memories of.
'Cause
Okay,
I think
then
Disney Channel.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
Disney Channel, but you just said set the scene after school. I'm thinking after school, I'm watching CBBC, and then Disney Channel can follow after.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Disney Channel. I've also put down. I couldn't think of any shows, so Sweet Life of Zack and Cody or
I still watch that
Wizards
now.
of Waverly Place on Disney Plus.
Oh, you're saying
sure.
choose between
Which
the two.
one? Yeah.
Sweet Life on Deck.
Sweet
On
Life.
Deck.
You ain't never heard that?
I think I
You
I
never heard that?
I know
prefer
about Sweet
on
Life on Deck, but that's not better than the
No,
original.
it's not bad. It's not bad.
Yeah, the original. I was about to say, what are you talking about here?
I just threw it in
Yeah,
there,
yeah,
bro.
yeah. The original Sweet Life of Zack and Cody is better. Yeah, I'm with that. I'll choose that over Wizards, but Wizards is close.
Okay, cool.
So even That's So Raven though.
I didn't
Yeah,
add that
why
one in.
didn't-
I should have.
That's
You
what
should
I
have
mean.
added that because I think I'm putting That's So Raven as maybe my first, and then
Oh, but then I remember what was that? What channel was this on? Galactic Football. What channel was that on?
Jetix.
Yes.
Galactic
Oh,
Football
Galactic
was the
Football.
show. You don't know about it?
As a rolling back, I'm telling you, hard.
I know it exists, but no.
Oh,
I've watched it.
that was the one. There was times where I think episodes used to come in like Jetix will start the channel around like 5 a.m. in the morning, and I think after they kind of phased it out, they were only showing like the old episodes every now and again at like 5 in the morning. Best believe me and my sister would wake up at 5 in the morning. 5 in the morning to watch Galactic
Is this
Football.
on a school day as well?
Yeah, on the school day.
Oh,
man.
whoa.
On the school day. You know them ones you sneak into the living room and that, like, and you literally go watch it and that,
No,
and then
yeah.
go back to sleep and pretend that you were
Pretend.
sleeping before your parents wake you up. Yeah, that used to be the motive for me.
Okay. Okay, cool. I'm gonna do another TV. Did you guys prefer The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air or My Wife and Kids?
Fresh Prince for me.
My Wife and Kids for me.
You know what?
But it's now I'll watch My Wife and Kids if I'm watching it back. But back
You know
then,
what I got? Oh, I gotta give it to My Wife and Kids, man.
I've got a
really,
I got. You know what? I don't know where. Actually, no. I gotta give it to Fresh Prince.
Has
I have
to be
to.
Fresh
I have
Prince.
To. I can't. I gotta
Back
think
then-
about it because I'm just thinking like I've
I-
watched Fresh Prince had me in ways that My Wife and Kids didn't. Especially because I had watched every single episode. I think there was a point it was on Netflix. I watched every single episode of Fresh Prince, and by the end of it, I almost cried.
really.
Man, yeah, because man was like, you know, when he was in the living room just looking around.
Yeah.
It was like- and even when they took off like the real Aunt Viv, they brought this fake one on,
Yeah. Fake.
No,
Oh,
no disrespect, but yeah, like you're not the real Aunt Viv.
Yeah, you're not the
you know
real
what I
one,
mean?
man.
Yeah, man, that was jarring, but
Do you guys know why that happened? Because I heard it was that the original Aunt Viv didn't get on with Will Smith.
Yeah.
Is that right?
it was a
Yeah.
salary
They,
thing,
they,
innit?
they, they had like a little reconciliation not long ago,
Yeah,
like a year
they
ago
did.
or the year
It
before.
was a salary thing, innit? Because because you know how Will was the star, innit?
Yeah,
She
yeah.
basically wanted Will to kind of put the word in for her.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't think he did. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but that's my sources,
Yeah.
innit?
Okay, cool. Some movies. So I already know what for his answer is going to be, and
Oh, how do you even-
this
how
one's
do you
quite
even-
funny. Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings?
You know what? I haven't even watched Lord of the Rings.
I was about to say neither.
What?
I was about to say neither, but
Oh,
simply because obviously in Nigerian household we're not allowed to watch Harry Potter, witchcraft, like hey, none of that. So yeah, we couldn't watch Harry Potter. And anything that was like mystic, Lord of the Rings was also a bit mystic
Yeah.
as well. That was just banned in my house, so I could say neither. But Harry Potter is coming to Netflix, and I will be watching.
All the movies are there, by the way, so you might want to tune into that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. There's only a few left, to be fair, and these are all just random, so you can throw answers at me. Did you have a BlackBerry or an iPhone?
BlackBerry.
BlackBerry to start off
BlackBerry.
with, but then I was one of the first to take the risks
Yeah,
and get the iPhone.
yeah, I stayed with the BlackBerry up until like my first year of college, I think.
What?
Yeah,
Whoa.
What?
yeah,
College,
yeah, bro.
bro. We're
College.
16.
I know exactly.
I was firm in the BlackBerry.
Bro, I didn't have BlackBerry.
I switched-
I had the BlackBerry. Yeah,
I
didn't have
switched to
the
iPhone like year 9. I was one of the
Me-
early ones to
yeah.
switch just
You
because
know,
of the games.
Listen,
and playing it
I'm-
on the bus.
I'm the kind of guy. I had an iPhone 8 for like 4 or 5 years, bro.
Oh, so you're one phone, like one,
phone,
yeah,
like
yeah.
this phone, the 12, this one
Staying with
used me
you.
for the next like 2 years, bro. Like I'm not changing.
Okay, you're
You
one
got
of
these
those
people
guys.
calling me like, oh, promotional for the iPhone 13. I was like, bro, I'm good.
Nah, you know me, I take that. I'm like, what? What did you say?
Okay, cool. Some quick ones. EastEnders versus, and I couldn't think of a soap, so I said Coronation Street, and I feel like you're EastEnders.
Yeah, but I've stopped watching EastEnders. But one of my friends,
End of an era.
End
You
of
were
an era.
watching it until like.
See, you even know when I
Yeah.
when I tell people I used to be like an EastEnders watcher, they don't believe me. But Ash, you knew me from then, so yeah, I've stopped. But one of my friends, she watches it, so I'm gonna get back on.
Okay, cool. And then we can finish there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't watch EastEnders, by the way.
What did you watch,
sorry,
bro?
yeah.
I don't watch it.
Did
No
you watch
soaps,
any
OBC.
of it?
I mean, I wouldn't watch it by myself, but I gotta shout out my boys Shads and Ams. If I go to their yard, they're always watching EastEnders when they were in their prime.
Yeah.
Watching EastEnders, and I'm just there like flipping out, man.
You still watch it? They still watching it now?
I doubt it. Maybe every now and then they might watch a little episode or two, but back in the day, maybe we're talking like 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Oh, them boys were on that, man.
Yeah,
EastEnders
we love a bit of
crazy.
trash TV, man.
And I'm not gonna lie to you, like I didn't really like it, but man's hooked. I'm watching, I'm thinking, oh, okay, what's
What's
happening?
going-
I don't even know
what's
what's
going
going on. I'm just like, oh,
Yeah.
sorry, my language.
We got.
Yeah.
But when I get Moses, I tell him. But yeah, no, that was really good questions, Ash.
Cool.
It took me back for real. But yeah, I'll just give you, like I said, we're reviewing Super Mario Brothers movie, so I'll just give you a quick synopsis of the film before we start talking about the film and potentially spoilers. So yeah, let me just give you a quick read. So it says, the Mushroom Kingdom adventure follows the heroic plumber brothers Mario and Luigi as they are transported to a parallel universe known as the Mushroom Kingdom. Teaming up with Princess Peach and Yoshi, they embark on a quest to save their homeland and restore balance to both worlds, facing challenges, enemies, and unexpected allies. Mario and Luigi must confront the ultimate evil before it plunges both realms into eternal chaos. This visually stunning and action-packed film brings the beloved video game franchise to life with humor, heart, and an unforgettable adventure. So yeah, I know you want to laugh already. Like we always do, we start off with the plot. What were we thinking about the plot?
I just want to know what Fahis thinks.
I just thought that it was. I mean, it was simple. Like,
Sorry, bro. Quick disclaimer. Yeah, we are going to be talking about spoilers. So, I mean, the movie. So there will be spoilers. So if you don't want to hear the spoilers and you intend on watching this film, switch off now and come back. Carry on, bro.
Yeah, I would say that it was fairly simple. Like, it wasn't like overly done or anything like that. It was like straight to the point. I mean, what did surprise me was that they made like, obviously they done it for like the younger generation. Like, so obviously when I've seen Mario, I was trying to think like, do these guys not know who they are, kind of thing at the beginning. But
Yeah.
when I realized it, I was like, oh, so they're just ordinary people at the beginning, and then obviously they've gone into this world, which was crazy in my opinion, because the way that they got split, I just felt like that was too soon.
It was too soon.
It was too soon. Like, I just felt like it was a bit lazy. The writing a little bit. I feel like they could have done a little bit more with the plot. Like, I mean, it wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. I feel like if you're like our age, our generation, I feel like you definitely get that nostalgic feeling, but you would expect a little bit more
From
you
it.
know. But if you're a kid, then this is you just being introduced to the Mario world. Like, for example, I went to watch it with my brother and he loved it. You know, and I was like, when I heard he's Ray, and I said,
How old is he?
he's 12, which makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
You know, for someone like him, because I asked him, do you know about Mario? He said, oh, I know about the games and whatnot. So I said, oh, okay. And obviously, when I was watching the film, I was seeing certain scenes where it was like the game itself,
Yeah.
which I thought was pretty cool. But yeah, overall, the plot was simple.
It was simple.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Small confession. There's something. I feel like, you know, the first two films where you're having issues with your ticket, getting to the. I feel like I'm always having some sort. Either I fall asleep in the cinema.
Oh, did you take it all this time?
I took it L, man.
Come
I
on.
took it L.
Come
It's not only
on.
Fizz this time. It was me. With me, what happened? The cinema was at 3:45. Right, I go to the one that's not too far from my house. It's in Acton, Lux. That one. It literally takes me 5 minutes to get there. So at 3:45, I'm leaving my house to go to the cinema because in my mind, it's going to be a 5-minute journey. There's still going to be ads on, right?
Yeah.
So I get there 3:50, only 5 minutes into the ad. You're thinking, yeah, plenty of time. I go to the machine now. Why didn't I just buy a ticket at the counter? I don't know. I go to the machine now. I press all the little buttons and everything. I press go. So it's taking my money. I've paid, and there's no receipt coming out.
Excuse me.
There's no receipt coming out.
Excuse me.
There's no receipt coming out.
That's racing.
And I'm like, I got up to the desk. I said, "Oh, I just used that service and I didn't get a ticket. Can you just like issue me a ticket really quickly?" Go, "Oh yeah, 1 second, mate. Let me just get the manager." I was just like,
Oh my, you know what?
okay, like, all right. So he gets the manager now, and the manager, she's fiddling around with the screen and that. "Oh, I just can't get it. What seat did you pick?" I'm telling her what seat I picked. She just couldn't get me the ticket. I was just thinking they would be like, "You know what? It's not full cinema. Let's not waste your time here. Just go on through." These lot spent a good 20 minutes trying to issue me a ticket.
Oh.
And it got to a point where I said, "Has the film started?" No, it hasn't started. You got a couple of minutes left. I was thinking, cool, because I don't really like missing the starts of film. So I walk in now. To my displeasure, the film had started. And I felt like just walking out and going back and saying, "Can I have some sort of like refund or something?" But me being me, I just accepted it and just said, "You know what, let me just sit down and, you know, see what's happening." So the bit I started from was the bit where Mario and Luigi are in the bathroom.
Oh,
yeah.
That's quite far in.
Wow, that's what I'm saying.
That's like a good 10 minutes in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was absolutely fuming.
Run
And
my
one of-
boy's money, man.
Exactly. And one of my other friends were getting on to me about leaving at 3:45, saying that, "Oh, you should be there for when it starts. You never know. Not all credits are like 25 minutes. I thought all credits were 25 minutes, no? Isn't that just a standard thing that all the credits at the start?
That's what I thought as well.
That's what I thought. So
That's what I
I
always do. Like when at the start of a film, like 8:15. That's what I put my for. I got there. I was thinking, no, we've got until like at least 8:30.
Yeah, so you get the 8:20,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but I just know not to do that again just because of technical issues. So I came in about 10 minutes into the film. I think it was about 10 minutes into the film. So yeah, I started from there. And I just thought, this plot is very, very, very basic.
It's mad.
Is there something that I missed? Because at that point, I was not sure if it was 10 minutes. I only know it's 10 minutes because I watched it back on one of these websites. But I was thinking, did I miss something at the start that would have made me feel that this plot was very interesting or it went somewhere? And when I watched it back,
Nope.
no, not at all. It's a very basic plot. And I think it's like Fizz said, it's aimed for kids. It's easy to grasp. It's not a difficult concept. You can see they've been dragged into a different sort of world, and yeah, it's just a different sort of universe where at the end Mario's trying to find his brother Luigi and Bowser is trying to conquer the Mushroom Kingdom and be with what's her name, Peaches.
Yeah.
That's literally just the
That's
plot.
literally what it is, bro. Like, it's
It's as basic
it.
as that.
I just I felt like they have all the framework. They have, I think Super Mario is it 1985?
What, when the first one came
Yeah,
out?
when
Was it 85
when it
or-
was
it 85
I don't know, when the
89?
first game came out.
Old game.
Because they had a film, you know.
Oh yeah,
They had a real
film.
life film that flopped. That came out, I think, I hope I'm not wrong, 93. It came out at
Yeah.
night and it flopped really, really bad. So Nintendo stayed away from making any sort of Mario
games.
films. Yeah, they just said, "No, we'll stay away from it." It's only now that they've, you know.
I mean,
They
to be
should
fair,
have
when the
still stayed away from it.
games being turned into films, they don't really.
Nah, they
Don't
did.
really
They did it.
well.
Did you see Sonic? Because they did it with Sonic.
Yeah, I did.
You did see it.
No.
I didn't. Yeah, yeah. You see what I mean?
even Uncharted as well. Like,
Yeah, just
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
leave
It's
it-
it's
leave
not
it
it's not
alone.
working.
It's
Leave
not
the
working,
games as games and
like,
leave the films
there's
as
way
films.
too much detail that they just miss when it comes to doing it in the film.
Yeah.
They try to like obviously like just make it into like a short little film.
Yeah.
Hour, 2 hours in it.
Yeah, so it wasn't really impressive.
Yeah, I feel like they have everything. They have like 30 years of work there to make a good film.
Yeah.
And they have characters already established. They have all the like little powers that they have, you know, the mushrooms,
Yeah,
and
the power-ups,
mushrooms
yeah,
and stuff
yeah.
like that. So I felt like the plot they could have worked. That's what they could have been creative about.
Yeah.
And so I thought it was really basic.
Yeah.
And I
There was
surprised.
a bit that I did enjoy that I thought we would get more of is, you know, when Peaches is training Mario.
Oh, that bit was
Yep.
hard. That bit was hard.
That I thought we would get. That was still at the very start of the movie, should I say, or the first quarter of the movie. So I was thinking we'll get good enough scenes where, you know, either fills us with laughter or we're like, this is actually really cool, or if they've taken the concept from the game and they've just made it so much better. That kind of scene there, I thought that's what we were going to get. but that's all we got.
Yeah.
That's literally all we got. We didn't really get too much of it. That's literally all we got, and I'm not impressed at all.
I just want to give a shout out to my boy Toad, the mushroom.
Oh, the mushroom, Toad the mushroom.
He was my favorite. I loved him. Oh
Yeah,
my God.
he was played by Keegan Michael Key.
Jeez, you know what made me laugh is when he was singing. He's like, I'm going on an adventure. Like,
Yeah,
I'm going on
yeah.
an adventure. So I'm like, oh, bro. And he was like, I'm not leaving the Queen. He's like, I will not let anyone hurt you. I said, this is my. He's the smallest man with his little. What did he have with him?
I don't know.
I forgot. His
What, sword?
No. What's that thing called, man?
Flag?
Like he's cooking.
Spatula?
Pan.
Pan?
He had a frying pan. He had a frying pan.
Okay.
Sorry, my brain. But
I couldn't even pay attention to know he had a frying pan.
That was his weapon.
Yeah.
basically. But
Yeah. Nah, man, it was a very not hard watch. It was a decent watch. Less out of all the films we've reviewed so far, it's probably like the least complicated to kind of like unravel. And I think it's really a kid's film. So the fact that you went with your brother, I'm sure he gave you an opinion that's very different to all of us here.
Yeah, and I feel like I kind of guessed. Well, I knew it was going to be a kids' film, but I still feel like, as we discussed before, Super Mario is part of all of our childhoods.
Yeah.
And like even people 10 years older than us. So I felt like, like with Shrek 2, that Shrek 2, they made the film, this is what I've heard anyway, they made the film knowing that adults could enjoy it too. So they have, when you watch it now, there's a couple like slide jokes in there.
There's slide jokes that we didn't understand as kids. But as adults, we're like, this is funny. This makes the film even better. I understand that.
Yeah, so I just felt like Super Mario could have done that, could have catered it to all audiences, but I really did feel like
that's a dream. That concept that you just said, I feel like DreamWorks do really well at that. I could think of a lot of DreamWorks films where as adults, like we are actually understanding certain things that were said that as kids, it just went over our head, and they're very good. Obviously, this is not a DreamWorks film. It's Nintendo and I believe Illuminations. You know, the guys who made, what's those little yellow guys? Minions.
Minions, yeah.
You know it.
Minions.
Despicable Me. Yeah. Despicable Me. Yeah, it's from the guys who produced that. So that's what they were working with. I really do think it could have been in a way that it could cater to adults a little bit more. I don't think it did. I just think it's like, if you want to take out your kids that, I don't want to say that don't know too much, but if you want to take out your innocent kids to just see a fun film, it's decent.
I would say like maybe 5 to 9 year olds.
Yeah, I think you would enjoy it. You would enjoy it.
But I feel like anything older than that, even like teenagers and stuff, I just can't see them really enjoying it.
Nah, I agree. What did you think about the characters per se or the actors?
I know Chris Pratt is Mario.
Yes, correct.
Is Chris Pratt, just confirm this for me, is he he's one of the Guardians?
Yep.
Yes.
And everyone seems to absolutely hate him, and I have a feeling it's because of what happened in Infinity War, but we won't go there.
What, he's Star-Lord, isn't it?
He's Star-Lord.
Yeah.
And he was the one that like
he
basically
did he punch Thor or something like that?
Punched Thanos, and anyway,
Thor Thanos. Yeah.
ruined everything. So people just seem to hate him on the internet, but characters wise, they were okay. There was nothing really. They really could have done something really memorable and fun with it, and they were just very basic characters. I did like Toad. I thought he was very cute.
Yeah.
But otherwise, Bowser, he wasn't even like that good of a villain. He was just
that boy soft.
Yeah. No. Do you know what? Before I talk about Bowser, we'll just talk about Chris Pratt for a second.
Mm-hmm.
He got a lot of like flack when it was announced that he was gonna actually be playing Mario, and mainly because his voice, Mario, like the traditional Mario, he was played by, what's his name, is Charles Martinet. He was played by, and he's in all the games. That's the voiceover that they used. So what is actually so funny? Charles Martinet is actually Mario's dad in the film. But I'm thinking, why couldn't they just make him play Mario? Why did they make him play Mario's dad? Like,
That's an odd one, isn't
it's a bit of an odd one, but they chose Chris Pratt, and he doesn't have that Italian sort of accent. So it was.
People were saying that they were annoyed with his voice on that. It was really. I personally didn't have.
I didn't have a problem with it at all.
When he was all saying "Mamma mia," it's pretty funny.
I didn't have a problem with it at all, but I think people were really bothered by why they didn't use the original actor in all of the Marios. But for me, it wasn't a problem.
Yeah.
But Bowser, he was played by Jack Black, right?
Yeah.
That was my favorite character.
Singing boy.
That was my favorite. Is it not your favorite character? He was making me laugh.
Bro,
I thought the singing was funny. And I liked the character, and I feel like Jack Black did a really good job. Out of everyone, he stood out to me as a voice actor.
Yeah.
However, just the actual character's motivations, I was just like, oh, you're in love with Peaches, like, or whatever.
But for some reason, I wasn't expecting that. Were you expecting that?
I think it's a part of the game.
It's part of the game.
Yeah, but
see, I didn't know that. So when he kind of announced it, I was like, "Oh, mic drop."
Yeah, because he got the star, right?
Yeah,
he got the star, and I was thinking, yeah, because he blew up them lots place, and I was thinking, yeah, this guy's a madman. And then when he was talking about, I'm gonna ask Princess Peaches to marry me, I was like,
what's going on here?
What's going on? Crazy. I said, what is this? And then he's like, if you don't marry me, it's just gonna be hell, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like, wow.
No, I found him really, really humorous. Like, he was the one character that I did like the scenes because I knew I would laugh. There was one scene where I think he was talking to Luigi, and he was asking Luigi, does Mario get princesses? And he goes, I can't even remember how Luigi responded, but I think he said, "Oh, if they have good taste." That made me laugh. And then I think he pulled off Luigi's moustache here because he said, "If they have good taste." Like, stuff like that was hilarious. But in terms of everything else, I wasn't really not too impressed. It was just meh.
I just want to add something as well. Like, I was really annoyed at what they did with Luigi, man.
Yeah,
I felt like they could have done so much more with Luigi. They made Luigi look like such a, I don't know, man, just so soft. I mean, I was waiting for him to finally, grow a pair.
Yeah,
help Mario, because
find his voice. Yeah,
you can see that Mario's been helping him from young. Yeah, you remember the flashback as well when that little kid tried to bully him, and Mario just come and just sorted him out.
I get that. I also thought there would be a moment as well where he kind of takes charge in the film, and it's like, Luigi's like, he's, what's that, when you become a man, they say come of age. He's come of age.
Yeah,
I guess. But we didn't really. There was so much to work with this film, and
there was so much they didn't do. That's what
30
I'm saying,
years
man.
of games and whatever else to work with, and they literally separated them from like the beginning. And it could have been such a fun little adventure.
Said it was too early.
Like, they should have made Luigi went to the dark side of the that universe.
They should put Mario there.
They should have put Mario there.
Yeah.
If Mario was there, he would have done so much better. But then there's like Luigi. Imagine Luigi getting trained by Princess Peaches.
Yeah.
That would have been so much more better, because this guy is not like the leader or anything like that. But we want to see his growth. We want to see him become him. I mean, we saw it in the end when Mario's gonna get finished, and then he come literally just in time to help him. Yeah. I was like, okay.
Do you know what? Also, Seth Rogen or Seth Rogen? He played Donkey Kong, and an interesting fact is that with everybody else, they were told that they had to kind of voice over in a way that would suit the characters. Seth Rogen said, "I'm not on that. If you want me to play Donkey Kong, I'm just gonna sound like me. Take it or leave it."
I heard there was a lot of controversy about that.
Yeah, and they took it. They said, okay, that's fine. We want you to play Donkey Kong. So,
done it well, to be honest.
Yeah, and I think he done it well as well. I did like his character. There was little things about this film that I did like. Just little things. But it's just seeds that didn't grow. And it just leaves you feeling a bit underwhelmed at the end. It's like, is that all we're getting? So that's all I have to say about the characters, to be honest.
Yeah, I just want to talk about, obviously, it's not really about the characters, but more of a scene. The scene when Mario and what was his name? Donkey Kong were fighting. What do you lot think of that scene? Because I generally thought, I don't know how he won that, even though he became like, was it a cat? So it made him really quick, agile.
Yeah, I think a cat or fox.
Something like that. Yeah,
he was wearing the fox suit. I think it's the fox suit that he was wearing. So he came, really quick, agile. I was even going to ask you guys some questions about the power-ups. Like, what power-ups would you actually prefer if you were in the world of Mario?
The red mushroom.
All right, cool. Let me read. I'm gonna give you three options. Yeah, and you guys can both choose. Yeah. So I got the super mushroom here, And it says, this power-up turns Mario into Super Mario, allowing him to grow in size and withstand any extra hit from enemies, yeah? That's the Super Mushroom. The second one is the Superstar. The Superstar grants Mario temporary invincibility, allowing him to defeat enemies by simply just touching them. It also enhances his speed and agility. So second one, focus on speed and agility. The first one, you're really big, you can knock anything out. The last one is the Boo Mushroom. And when Mario attains this mushroom, he transforms into the Boo Mario, allowing him to float and pass through certain walls. So I think like being transparent, would that be transparent? Translucent? Transparent? You're smart. I actually did science. You guys, you know what I'm trying to say. Translucent, transparent. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. But yeah, what would you prefer? To be really big and strong, or to be really quick and agile, or to be transparent?
Quick and agile. I just want to get to places.
Yeah.
Faster. I'll still be late, but
I would say quick and agile. What was the one that you said that they're like invincible temporarily?
What the transparent one? He could go through like walls and.
The way it was like you said they're invincible.
Oh, that's when he can be really big and just.
I'm not gonna lie. That wasn't that the one they had at the end where they got that star, and they basically could just mash my man up.
Yeah.
That's what I would take. That's the
because you'd be like 7 feet tall.
You're big already, bro.
Right, let's be bigger, innit? I know what's stopping me.
Double the size. You'd be like what? 12 feet. Yeah. I think I'll take the Boo Mushroom. Just being able to like move through stuff. I don't know why. It's just.
So what was the kind of mushroom that made him go small? Wasn't that the blue one though?
Yeah, I thought it was the blue one.
I think it is, but he could like go through things being that small.
Oh, yeah, true. So you could get into.
Yeah, so you could get into certain places where you're not supposed to be.
Do that?
Because I feel like a spy, innit?
This guy wants to be like Joe.
Yeah, I basically be like a spy. But yeah, I feel like they could have done more in terms of showing us like there's so many in all the Mario games. There's so many power-ups. I don't think they went into it as much. Like I said, we only got that scene when Peaches was actually training Mario and he kept on taking the mushrooms. I found that really funny as well. Yeah. He kept on taking the mushrooms and there was a point where he was even vomiting the mushrooms. Yeah, he was vomiting the mushrooms and he was going from big to small as he's like vomiting because he's just tired of eating it. But he needed the mushrooms to kind of like train. I like that sort of concept, but they could have gone into it a bit more. So that's just my take on it anyway.
I think there was one scene. So my throat closed up. there was one scene where it was early though, when it was in the house and they're on the table eating, and then the dad was saying, you want me to be honest with you? Honestly, that you shouldn't be following your dreams. You should go. You're bringing down your brother with you. And stuff there. I was like, Rust, how are you saying it? And then when he went to me, he's like, what did I say? I was like, this guy right.
That's how some parents are, man.
That's crazy.
You know,
I think that's the only kind of, I would say, like you can kind of relate it to real life. Not me personally, but obviously. Yeah,
you could relate it to real life because there's lots of parents that would like their kids to do things that are safe or do things that are logical and make sense. And we have a lot of people in this world who have ideas, who are expressive, who wants to do things, but their parents just see like, you're not going nowhere with this. And let's say if you do have a brother that you're close to, that relationship with Mario and Luigi, you feel like your brother's bringing you down. Like your brother's influence you look up to so much is going to lead you to be nothing because he doesn't know what he's doing. And that's the vibe that I got from Mario's dad anyway. But it's good to see at the end, obviously, that they made their parents proud and their family proud and everything.
Like, this is my son.
Yeah,
you're cheeky.
Yeah, now it's your son. But before he was looking like a failure in his eyes. So yeah. What would you guys say the overall like theme is from this film?
Brotherhood,
teamwork, family. Again, like family's always
basic stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, basic. There was no like thread that was going through that was a bit different. It was just kind of basic.
Can I just say like this was like the first film where, not the first, but you know we're getting into a new age, a new era where they are kind of focused on the characters' sexualities in all these films, whether they're part of the LGBTQ or they're straight or whatever. Loads of films are focused around that. Even though Bowser did like Peaches, there was not too much on people's sexuality, on what they're into and that kind of. It was a really kind of soft. It was a really soft kind of film. It wasn't spoken about, and for a film to come out in 2023 and not try to include anything to make it more diverse or to make it more open is a bit different to me, because I'm literally expecting with every film that comes out now that could potentially be a kids film for them to include things that, you know, are gender neutral or inclusive and stuff like that, and this just didn't do it. It didn't do it. I'm not saying it's a good thing, not saying it's a bad thing, but I'm just pointing it out.
They knew what they wanted to do, innit?
Yeah,
they didn't want to confuse anyone or anything like that. They just went straight to the point.
They stuck to they just stuck to the framework.
Yeah, they stuck to their basic framework and they didn't deviate at all from it.
Yeah, which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Yeah, and that's why there's not too much to talk about this film.
I mean, if it's seen as it's just mainly like a kids film and a nostalgic film for us, I think they did what they needed to do. Really.
Yeah.
They're doing this kind of film. I mean, they could have done more, but in terms of that area, I don't think they really needed to do that. No, it was not needed.
Yeah, no.
I will say what I think they done really well, which is that they a lot of things, because I used to play Mario on Nintendo and the Wii, a lot of like the car racing scene, you know, when they go over that rainbow
Road, is that what it's called?
Yeah, and you speed up. They done that really well. The shells, the blue shells, when you throw a blue shell at a player and they start spinning out, that was done really well. Even the scene with Kong and the little question mark boxes, it was quite nostalgic. I really did feel like back on the Nintendo or whatever. I'd say they done that really well, and it's clear that's what they focused on more than anything else.
More than anything else is bringing back that nostalgia. But even for me, I still think it could have been done more with they could have been done more. No, they could have used a story to bring it out a bit more, which I don't think they did. But do you got anything? What's social media saying about it? What's reviews?
Oh, it was so hard to find like stuff on Twitter. So I went on
because the people watching this aren't old enough to have to.
So they're not old enough. It's just so right.
So I went on the internet, and I got a good couple. I got a really good one. I have a meaty one, and then I have two that are just like absolutely just like
Say them as it is.
Yeah. All right. So the first guy, this is Nick Ryan. He posted this on the 5th of April, 2023. He gave it 8 out of 10. The title of this is "Everyone is so fixated on Rotten Tomatoes scores. It's really a solid film." He goes on to say, "I'm someone who is not swayed by critics or Rotten Tomato scores. I didn't even really have any expectations going into this movie. As someone who grew up playing Super Mario Bros, Super Mario World, I was really just going there to see the movie based on nostalgia, and it does deliver on nostalgia. The visuals are stunning, and whilst everyone has their reservations about Chris Pratt, the voice acting is perfect except one for the one elderly character. Whilst many have said this movie moves quickly or too fast, I would say it has great pacing and never leaves you bored. Whilst it is not the perfect film, it leaves little to be desired. It is everything you want from an animated Super Mario movie."
I disagree. I just disagree on the point where he said it doesn't move too fast. I think it moved very, very fast.
I think it moved.
Like I was in that out of all the films that we've reviewed. I know it's a kids film, but it was the quickest film, and I literally felt like I could go in there and just carry on my day afterwards. It was literally an in and out sort of thing. Even some films that may have the same time length as Super Mario, think about an hour and a half. Some films that I've watched don't feel as rushed as this. This did feel a bit rushed to me, and it could have had more to give. So I disagree with him on that.
I just thought like what annoyed me about it was like, this is an example of it being too fast. Is the way they got them. Is the way it went from let's save Brooklyn because he saw it on the TV to all of a sudden he's in another one. I was like, how did that come so quick?
Yeah,
you know, they flopped, and then he's just like trying to investigate an area that he's been thrown into now, and all of a sudden he's in another world. I was like, I'm not really feeling that. But
do we got a bad one?
Oh yeah, of course.
Just hear a bad one to just even up the score.
Oh.
Provide perspective.
This guy said he gave it. This guy's name is John Povey. 5th of April 2023. He gave it a 3 out of 10. He said boring and joyless. He said a joyless, humorless, plotless waste of time. I said, damn. He said the plot would barely be adequate for a 15-minute afternoon cartoon, incredibly predictable and barely functions as a way to string together pretty dull set pieces from the games. No emotions, no jokes, just nothing. Even seeing it on IMAX didn't help. There just seemed to be nothing new or imaginative here.
I hope Midia's face gets
That's
my
edited
guy.
into this because he's been nodding since.
That's my guy.
He said there just seemed to be nothing new or imaginative here, and certainly nothing to keep adults entertained. But even my 9-year-old was bored and gave it a 5 out of 10 before I even said a single thing about the movie. I gave it a 3, which is probably too high. Just stay home and play the games. A lot more fun.
Yeah. What's his name?
His name's John.
Shout out John, man. I respect
John, you
that
gotta
John.
be a
That's
little
my
nice,
guy.
man. Damn.
Nah, he's being honest, man. He's being honest and truthful because that's exactly how I feel about it anyway. But in terms of box office numbers, Ash, you got any for us?
Okay, so its budget was 100 million.
Okay.
In the box office, it's done
Does
really,
it look?
really
Does
well.
it look like a 100 million film?
I'm pretty negative on this podcast, and I thought it looked great. I thought it looked great.
It looked like how it should.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I
like,
wasn't
you know,
like blown away. Like it
yeah,
looked
maybe-
exactly
I
how it
think maybe
should.
one of the ones. Maybe if I watched it in like 3D or something, it might be.
Maybe,
might be a
but
better experience. Maybe, but
how can it look any worse than what it was? Like, like
Okay, box office, it made a whopping 1.23 billion.
Huh?
1.23 billion.
I would be surprised by that.
Whoa.
I hope I've got that right, but I'm pretty sure I have.
Are you sure box office?
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised it made that.
Probably what today till now or like
I think as of today.
as of today. Okay, that's probably one of like the highest films this year.
I think it was like 4th.
It's fourth.
I believe. I remember seeing something like it's the 4th. No, in terms of I think it was for animated films. It was 4th. but-
Fifth highest grossing animated film
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
What this year or
ever.
ever?
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, ever. Yeah.
Hope
That's
I'm
what I
right
saw.
about that.
It's crazy though.
Biggest opening weekend for an animated film.
This
And-
year
For an
ever?
animated
Oh
film, yeah.
damn.
That
Okay,
makes sense, you
And
know,
the
but-
highest grossing film of 2023.
that's what I'm
so
saying.
far.
Highest grossing film. So that beats everything that's come out this year.
Yep.
That's all because of
How?
nostalgia. They know what they're doing, bro. They got people like us going
This
to watch it.
plotless film.
This plotless
This
film.
plotless film. The highest grossing. Oh god.
Bro, it's crazy. But let's be real. I mean, if we was like, 10, 11, 12, I'm pretty sure we would flock to go to the cinema to watch
I
it.
think it's too juvenile for a 10, 11, 12-year-old. I'd
Yeah,
go
no.
younger.
You're right. But we would go.
We would still go, yeah.
As a 9-year-old, we would
that's
go.
true.
So after watching it, you would see, okay, yeah, this is a bit below us, but you would still go anyway. You hear Mario, like, I was a bit of a snake. I went to the cinema without my siblings who probably would have wanted to watch it, but it's not everyday cinema with siblings and that. So yeah, I'm sure they would have wanted to watch it, but after seeing it, they'll just be like, yeah, we could have done without. To be honest, we could have done without for sure.
My brother's 12, he gave it 8 out of 10.
He gave it an 8 out of 10.
Uh-huh. He said it was like there was a lot of funny scenes in there, and that's why I knew he would like it.
Yeah.
That's why I knew he would like it.
What are you giving it then?
I feel like I gotta give it I gave it like a 6.5.
6.5.
6. I'm gonna give it a 6.
6.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
feel like this is so hard because if I judge it as a kids film, it's a good kids film. But taking into consideration the plot and everything, like I said, I really liked all the animation. I thought it was pretty great. So I'll probably go 6.7.
6.7. So 6.7. I'll say, as an adult, I'm giving this film a 4. As an adult,
You know what? I can't even fight.
I'm
with
not
that
gonna
one.
yeah.
bother.
As an
Yeah,
adult,
I can't
I'll
fight
give
with
it a 4. But as a kid, if I was going to the cinema, I'd say a 6. So overall, I'll be fair here and say 5. So we got. Let me just do a little calculate thing. 6 plus 6.7 plus 6.7 plus 5 divided by 3. 5.9. That's the official movie club rating, 5.9. I think out of all the films that we've done, this would be the lowest. I think we got Avatar at 8.25. We got Creed at 8. We got John Wick 4 at 7.5. And we got Mario sitting languishingly
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it's not even close.
Yeah, languishedly
So
at the
close.
bottom with a 5.9.
Yeah. Especially for the things that we look for in films. Yeah, like
I couldn't even talk about cinematography, nothing like that. It was just overall impact. I couldn't even talk about that because I don't think it's had any overall impact.
No.
They did well with their box office because they swindled all of us to thinking we're going to
Nostalgia.
get a really great film. But other than that, it's good luck for if they're making a sequel. I think they are because there were post credits. But you know me, unless it's Marvel, I'm not staying for no post credits. I know. Did you guys stay?
I stayed for one.
For the one, yeah.
Yeah, just my man singing.
Is that making you feel like, okay, I want to watch the second one that's gonna come out, or no?
Of course not.
No.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna be in a rush. Like like if I'll just tell my brother, do you wanna go watch it? And if he says yeah, I'll be like, okay, let's go. But I'm not gonna go out of my way to go watch it.
Yeah. No.
Like dead no.
So Mario, Nintendo, you've had your chance. You've had your chance and you've blown it. So don't expect us to come rushing back for the second film. Thank you everyone for watching. Like I said, the official Movie Club rating was a 5.9. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all the good stuff. We appreciate the support. Our next episode will be coming out on the 2nd of June. And I know we said we'll give you this episode to kind of vote on the films that you want to see, but I promise there's loads of films coming out on the 2nd of June. You will be given a chance to vote for what you would want us to review. But till then, thank you so much for watching. Take care.
Thank you. Bye.
Peace.